Let's get more current, Mr. Johansson, as to suitability for conservator's status.
Ms. Chapman, are you aware that there are nurses and doctors that state, and I have them on text, which I can furnish to the court, that state that you lied to them in February of 2020 that you were your mother's power of attorney, and when they asked you to produce documents, you said you left them at home?
That's a lie. Nobody ever asked me anything like that, and I never said that I was, because I was not.
Are you, thank you. Are you aware that Maggie Agraviador is her name, by the way? Maggie Agraviador states that both her and Lloyd had told her for 2 to 3 years to never call nor trust Donna for any decisions, nor to let her in the home. Are you aware that they had told her that?
That is untrue. Maggie never told me that. Lloyd never would have said that. He actually called for me.
Are you? Thank you.
Never happened. And Maggie actually.
Okay. Just to answer the question as concisely as
her position was taken by herself.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Chapman, are you aware that multiple nurses at McClure in Oakland, California state that you threatened their job if they didn't comply with your requests?
I never did that, and they never would have said something like that. It never happened.
Ms. Chapman, are you aware that you were unauthorized to enter my house in 2020, and remove anything that you felt fit for your daughter?
My mother and Lloyd were living there, and it was their residence. You were a landlord living in Southern California. My mother wanted me, she was aware that I was going in the house. And the doctor also wanted me to see if there was any supplements that Lloyd was taking, so I went into his room to look for vitamins. There was nothing that, I had access into the house. I grew up in that house. It's been my mother's house until 2018, and she was still living there with all her same things in there. When I found out her room was being rented, which she was unaware of while she was in the nursing home, and her debit card sitting on the dresser and her jewelry out on the dressers, I said, there's unknown people coming in the house. The door is being left unlocked for people to come and go and sleep in her bed. So I took them to safeguard, and I called her and talked to her about it. And to cover myself, I called her sisters, and I told them what was happening and what I was doing, so nobody thought I was doing anything, unethical.
Next question.
Thank you. Ms. Chapman, why did you remove a 2014 Honda Civic when, as you just stated, your mother can't drive? And why did you relocate that to your residence?
That vehicle is titled in my mother's name, and the keys were left out in a common area where people were coming in under Airbnb or some other similar fashion and sleeping in her bed, according to the tenant that was renting a room on the same floor as my mother. So anybody could have taken those keys and driven off in that car, and no one would have known it. So I took it for safekeeping.
Thank you, Ms. Chapman. Ms. Chapman, you're aware that your mother and myself have been landlords for nearly 50 years. Yet somehow you criminalize my being a landlord, don't you?
I don't know anything.
Doctors are all unresponsible. Well, it's a speculation and asking for an opinion. Next question.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Chapman, you're aware of a property named 588 and 586 58th Street.
Yes.
That house, you helped your mother purchase that home, did you not?
We both purchased that house in 1998 or thereabouts.
And are you aware that for many, many years, I acted as an unpaid property manager?
No, I do not know that.
Are you aware that I handled all the marketing and, for example, sort of the customer service aspect of dealing with tenants, landscaping, hiring and firing various handymen? Are you aware of that?
This is a line of questioning.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the attorney that first spoke.
Okay, certainly I will speak more clearly. This line of questioning has no relevance or bearing on whether or not Ms. Chapman is suitable and able to act as considered before. The issue here, Your Honor, that needs to be addressed is this conflict between Mr. Johansson and Ms. Chapman. Will that conflict, which does exist, it's clear, will that affect Ms. Chapman's role as acting as conservator? So I would ask that the court could direct it with we have an inquiry along those lines. Because where we're at now, based upon some comments from Ms. Chapman and comments from Mr. Johansson relating to your history and relationship with your mother, that may be a good topic for you to have joint therapy session to resolve your differences as siblings, but it isn't relevant to the issue before the court, which is whether or not Ms. Chapman has proven herself to be appropriate and meet criteria to be the current conservator, or whether there are some facts that would deny her that status. Any other questions of this witness, Mr. Johansson?